Alrighty, so welcome to Strong and Steady, and I'm Molly. Let's go ahead and start with a little bit of space around us and get your feet about hip width distance apart. Toes are going to go straight ahead, and then anchor your feet down into the earth, kind of like you're trying to find all four corners of your feet, and just anchor those into the earth. Draw up through the arches, which means you're going to actually feel your kneecaps rise up slightly, tightening up through your quads here. And then you're going to straighten up nice and tall. You're even going to feel your backside, your glutes tighten up just slightly. And then draw the crown of your head to the sky. And let's do one big shoulder roll. So roll your shoulders up and back. And then let them settle down with your hands down by your side. Have your thumbs facing out. And let's take in a nice big deep breath, reaching up to the sky. Inhale, look up. Now exhale, bring your arms halfway down. Stop halfway at goalpost, and then you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and then slightly down. And I want you to think about pulling down with the shoulder blades. So you kind of almost look like you're in a wide W. All right, let's reach up again. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring it down one more time to your wide W. So you're pulling down and back at the same time, and squeeze and hold that. And release your arms. Go ahead and bring them down by your side. Shake them out a little bit. And we're going to take those arms and we're just going to let them be loose. Kind of like you have empty shirt sleeves. And gradually start to let your feet get involved by pivoting through on one foot. Up on the toes or the toe bed. And just let those arms gradually become a little bit bigger. And a little bit bigger. Swinging effortlessly for 4, 3, 2. All right, one more big one each side, and come back to center. And now hands to the hips, come up on one toe, anchor your weight on the other side, and then we're going to shift the weight over and anchor the weight on this hip, point that toe. All right, let's go side to side. And just repeat that. Start to bend through the knees a little bit. As you come through center, push off. So you bend and push, bend and push. Good. Now I want you to think about lifting up through the chest, drawing up through the crown of the head, shoulders coming down and back, drawing in through your navel towards your spine. And let's get a little bit bigger here. So really push and point. And bend down just a little bit deeper if you like. Down and push. Good. 4, 3, 2. Let's take one hand at a time, press it out front. So you're just going to press it out, about chest height, press it, and press it. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take it over just a little bit higher, maybe towards the eye height or forehead height. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands back to the hips. All right, now lift your heel up, in back, lifting and lifting. Good. All right, see if you can get that heel just a little bit higher. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let's add some arms. Reach them out and pull. And pull. Now think about squeezing the shoulder blades down and back as you press your elbows back. And lifting that heel. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands back to the hips, tap the toe back to the ground. And change the feet again, heel out front. Forward and tap the heel. And tap the heel. Warming up through the backs of the legs. Getting a little stretch through the calf and hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2. Add the reach and pull. And squeeze. Shoulders pressing down and back, elbows pressing behind. Lifting the crown of the head to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands back to the hips, tap it out. And let's make this a little bit bigger, a little more intense. For those of you that want to take this to the next level, we're going to lift the leg out to the side. You lift and lift and lift. Make sure you keep the standing leg stable when you lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to the ground. Tap it down. Now start to bring your foot in a little bit to the center. Get up nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's go ahead and take this into a march right here. So nice high knees. Gradually start to pump your arms a bit bigger. Reaching the top of the head to the sky. Knees get a little bit bigger. Arms get a little bit bigger. Really reaching and pulling now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's take this down into a little crouch. So we're going to take it down, keeping the chest up, eyes up. You just kind of bend down a little bit. Little tiny baby steps. Now take it back up. Get those knees higher, arms higher and bigger. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's take it down. Last time right here. And down. And down. 4, 3, 2. All right. Let's bring it up and shake it out. Pick up your resistance band. We're going to start with the resistance band. And we're going to take our feet a little bit wider than your hips. Get your toes going out at an angle. Your knees will follow your toes. So if you have difficulty with this, you can do it from a seat. You would just sit in the chair and put your legs up to the side, bending the knees. So we're going to take the band, bring it up about eye height. So you're going to have the band up about eye height. And then we're going to take the band into the chest. So when you bring it into the chest, you're pulling your elbows down and back, then we're going to come back up to about eye height. So I want you to think about those shoulders coming down and back, squeezing those elbows back. Right now, add the legs if you'd like, which is a little bit of a squat. Taking it down, bringing it up, taking it down, bringing it up. Now, all the time we're doing this, think about the core. So you're pulling your navel into your spine, crown of the head's reaching for the sky. And of course, you're going to squeeze through the glutes because we are doing some squats. So you want to be using those muscles through your glutes. Let's go for 3 more. And pull it back into the chest. 2. Okay, last one right here. Pull it in and come back up. Good, arms come down. Turn your palms up. Bring them in so they're just about the distance between your rib cage. And elbows are going to be pinned in alongside your ribs. So thumbs to the side, palms facing up. And I want everyone to think about getting your shoulders down and back. So if you're doing it with your shoulders here, you want to roll them back so they're down and back behind you, kind of squeezing them together in the back towards the spine. And then we're going to pull this apart out to the side, come back in. 2 more of those. I want you to keep the elbows in by your waistline. Last one. Now we're going to add the little squat with this. So you can add the plie squat as you come down. Open up with the hands. All right, there we go. Squeeze those elbows in. Now this is working your rotator cuff. Some little itty bitty muscles in the back of your shoulder. Help keep your arm bone in alignment for posture and shoulder health. And then we're also working our glutes and legs. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1 more. Good, bringing it up and release the band. Shake out your arms. Good. All right, we're going to keep the legs in this position for 1 more, and then we're going to change them up a bit. So this time, you're going to, as long as you don't have shoulder pain, you're going to take your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders, and then bring it up. So it's right over your forehead. You still want to be able to look up and see it. You don't want it back here. You want it just above the forehead. All right, so from here, we're going to pull down to the chest. As we do that, you're pulling the elbows down towards your rib cage and then going back up. So you're controlling this with your muscles, what's called your lat, your latissimus muscle. So one right under the armpit. And it also helps to stabilize your shoulder. All right, now add that squat. We're going to take it down and bring it up. Take it down. Good. Resist that band the whole way up. Don't let the band take over. You're resisting it back up, pulling it down. Nice. 4 more. Squeeze right here. Resist slowly. 3 more. Squeeze. Get those glutes involved if you haven't already. Squeeze in those glutes at the top. 2. Okay, we got one more. Good, take it down and bring it up. All right, bring those arms down, bring your feet together. And then we're gonna set, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. You don't have to turn to your side, you can just face me. But you're gonna set the band under one foot. So I'm gonna use my left foot, and then I'm gonna shorten the side that's on the inside of my arch. And from here, I can turn into a staggered stance, which would be toes going straight ahead, kind of like you're basically just in a tandem with your feet wider and a little further apart. Or you can take this back into a little bit of a lunge. So you choose if you're in a lunge or a staggered stance and have just enough resistance on that band that we're going to start by doing a row. So palm faces inward, and then we're just going to row the elbow back. Now make any adjustments if your band is too firm. Loosen it up, give yourself a little more. If it's too loose, add some resistance by going a little bit shorter on the band. So we're pulling this elbow back and squeezing it, resisting it down. Pull it back and resist it down. All right, let's really focus on keeping our shoulder down and back. Don't let the arm bone ride up this direction at all. It stays down and the elbow presses back. And 2 more. 1 more. Good. All right. Keep your hand on the band. Now turn your palm facing front. Elbow's going to be pinned in alongside your rib or your hip bone, whichever, depending on how long your arms are. And then we're going to bicep curl up. You may have to change the resistance that you have in that band, but you're curling up, lowering it down, curling up, lowering it down. Good. If you have to make adjustments, make those little adjustments and then come back to doing this. Nice. Okay, we just got 5 more. Squeeze at the top, resist it down. Bring it up. 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's do 1 more. Last one. Good. All right, I have to add a little bit of more band so that I have less resistance. So I'm going to lengthen the side that I have under my foot, because now we're going to do a tricep press. So make sure you have a little more band, meaning more slack, and square yourself up so everything's straight ahead. Turn the palm to the back now. So the palm is facing back, shoulders down and back, and then we're just going to press up and bring it back down. Press up, resist it back down, press up, resist it back down, press up and back down. This is working the back of the shoulder and the tricep muscle. And then we're going to isolate the tricep. So let's go 5 more with these. 5 and 4. Good. 3, 2. Let's do 1 more. Gonna take a little break, and then you're gonna give yourself a little more band, so you're giving yourself more slack here. And then we're gonna go into our tricep press back. So this is the one where you get to go into your chicken wing, turn your palm behind you, and press, and then bring it back in kind of by your hip. Press. Now think about this arm bone. It needs to be down and back, right here. Not up here. Keep that shoulder down and back. It means you might have to give yourself a little more slack on your resistance band to get this to work exactly how it should. All right, 4, 3, we're almost there. 2, all right, 1 more. And last one. Let's bring it in and step forward. We're going to switch sides. So step on the other foot and get that shorter amount so that you have a little more resistance on there, similar to how you started on the other side. And then turn your feet straight ahead. You can be staggered, which would be here, or you can be in a lunge here. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our rows. So get everything squared up and then pull that back. So the elbow is pulling back and squeezing back, and the shoulder is staying down. Just pulling back, coming forward. Good. Pull it back, come forward. 8, 7, 6. Looks good, you guys. 5, 4. Really squeeze that shoulder back. 3. Here's 2. All right, we got one more. And last one. All right, turn your palm facing front. Get your elbow alongside your rib cage. If you need to lengthen your band, lengthen it there. And then nice and tall, let's curl this up and bring it back down. Curl it up. Make any adjustments you need in the band. One's too loose. Here we go. Nice. All right. And pull it up. Resist it down. Pull it up. Resist it down. Squeeze it up. Elbow stays alongside your ribs. Shoulder stays down and back into the shoulder socket. 4 more. We got 4, 3, 2. All right, just one more. Let's take it up and resist it down slowly. Good. All right, turn your palm facing back. Give yourself a little more band. And face the front. Arm comes out to the side. Nice straight arm. Get your shoulder down and back. And then we're going to press it back with a nice straight arm. So there's 2. And let's bring it back. 3. And bring it back again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just got 2 more. 9. And here's the last one. Press it back. Good. All right. Give yourself a little more band, so a little less resistance. Get your shoulder down and back behind you. Elbow is bent 90 degrees. And then we're going to press that up to the sky and bring it back in. Press it up. Bring it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only have 2 more. 9. Last one right here. There's 10. Good. Bring it in. Feet together. Take your feet off the band and set the band aside. Now let's stretch out our arms really good. So take your arms out to the side. First of all, just let them get kind of relaxed and loose. And then take your right hand, place it behind your back. If you can, do this. See if you can get your arm like that. If you can't get it quite up here like that, just see if you can get it here. Wherever you can get your arm, then you're going to stand up nice and tall from there. You have your arm back there. Then you're going to take the ear on the opposite side and just kind of let your ear soften towards your shoulder on that side. Getting a nice stretch through the neck, the upper back, and shoulder and arm. All right, let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly roll your chin down in front and over to the other side, and then bring it back up to neutral. Good, let's do that with the other arm. So take it behind your back, see how you can do on that side. If you can get it up as high as this, awesome. If not, and you just get it back to here, that's fine too. So we're gonna get the arm back there, stand up nice and tall, and then soften your opposite ear over to the shoulder, just letting it relax. Don't force anything. Just letting all this relax. You should feel the stretching right through here, maybe down into the arm slightly. If you feel a pinching, then just release your arm and don't hold the arm back there if you feel pinching. All right, now soften down so you roll the chin down in front and then roll it over to the other side and then come back up to neutral, release your arm. All right, now take right hand out front, across the body, take a hold of the tricep area of your arm, so right behind here, and then lower your arm bone down away so your arm shoulder bone thing isn't up here, but you're going to lower it down here. And then just kind of press it gently right into the chest. and hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that one. Bring up your left hand right across about chest height. Bring it across. Get a hold of that tricep. Lower it down. And then just give it a gentle press right into the chest right here. And hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Big deep breath. Reaching up, looking up. Now, as we exhale, those arms are going to come down behind your back. See if you can clasp your hands. If you can't, set your hands on your hips like this. And then you will draw your elbows back. And if you're clasping, you're going to draw your shoulders down. And see if you can get them just a little bit further back behind you. So it looks a little bit like this. So you're stretching out the front part of the chest, shoulders, arms. And if you have the ability to and you want to try to lift your hands away from your back, you can. But don't do that if you have to do this to get your arms up. So keep the shoulders down. Just raise it up. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's release that. Shake it out. Nice job. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it over to the wall. So we're not going to use I was thinking we'd use a dumbbell over here, but I've changed my mind. We're just going to go to the wall. Feet hip width distance apart, butts on the wall, and then you're going to come up nice and tall and get your low back. So you're taking the arch out of your back here, and we're going to turn on our abdominal muscles right through here by pressing that low back into the wall. And I want you to really think about getting that as tight to the wall as you can. If you can put a piece of paper back there and still pull it out, I want you to get it a little tighter. So that means you're firming up all these muscles right here through your abs. All right, so once we get that all firmed up, then take your hands and place them out to the side with your palms facing forward at about a 30-degree angle away from the body. And then press the backs of the hands into the wall. And at this time, I want you to keep your low back on the wall, keep your shoulders pressing back towards the wall. See if you can get the back of your head closer to the wall while keeping a nice flat chin. So you're going to be pressing the backs of the hands in, the low back, the shoulders, and the back of the head. All right, now let's add a little bit more resistance to the back of the hands, pressing those a little firmer into the wall. Right here, let's go about 40% of your strength. Press it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake them out. Let's do it again. Bring them out to the side, an angle. And I want you to press that low back in. That's important. Get that first. Low back pressing into the wall. Shoulders on the wall. Back of the head's reaching for the wall, or it's flat up against the wall. If it's flat up against the wall, it means you're in good posture. If you're still working towards getting the back of your head on the wall, it means you're still working on getting the mobility through your neck, your cervical spine, and some of the muscles. So now let's press the hands into the wall right here. Press it and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out. All right, now let's take the elbows, bend them 90 degrees, palm facing inward. And then if you would like to make this a little more challenging, walk your feet out another inch or 2 and lower yourself down the wall into a chair sit. Now, when you're in this chair sit, you got to make sure that you're comfortable and your feet aren't going to slip out from underneath of you, first of all, and then press your low back into the wall, turning on all those abdominal muscles right in front and using your legs. So the elbows are on the wall, low back is pressed into the wall, and add some pressure to your elbows into the wall. And let's hold it. Let's see if we can get up to 50% of our strength, pressing the wall away. See if you can keep your low back on the wall at the same time, trying to get the back of your head onto the wall. Let's hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release those arms. All right, we're gonna do it one more time. So if your legs are burning and you need to come out of this, just scoot yourself up the wall a couple steps. If you'd like to make it harder, go down the wall a little deeper. Really use those legs. Right now, press your elbows into the wall. Get your low back pressed into the wall. And back of the head's up against the wall. Now let's add the pressure with the elbows. Get up to 50 to 60% of your strength. Pressing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And if your legs are bent and you want to come up, you can hinge forward, put your hands on the wall, scoot yourself up, give yourself a little break. Good, all right. Let's bring the feet back in a little closer to the wall if you were down in your wall sit. Just close enough that you can keep your knees soft and straighten your legs without, you don't want to lock them out, you want to have a softness to your knee. All right, so we're going to do some curls. So this will work your abdominal muscles for that six-pack that we all want. I'm joking, of course. I haven't seen my six-pack since I was 8. But let's go ahead and take one hand, set it on the opposite shoulder, and then the other side, and we're going to have our chin is going to be the first one to come down, but we want to, one vertebrae at a time, start to peel away from that wall. So you're just gradually peeling one vertebrae at a time. And as you do this, drive your navel in towards your spine, like you're trying to pull your belly button into your spine, and we're going to get down to the bottom and hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Now slowly start to come up one vertebrae at a time, keeping those muscles contracted all throughout the front of your body, right up till you get to your shoulders, neck, and head. And let's do that again. Chin comes down, one vertebrae at a time, start to peel away from the wall, getting it down, 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 until you get down to the bottom. Squeeze everything in and tighten it, and let's hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up. All right, we got one more of those to do. Tuck the chin, roll it down, peeling your spine off the wall one vertebrae at a time. And to the bottom, hold it. 8, really squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take it up slow, one vertebrae at a time, using those muscles to control it. Good, all the way up. And arms come down, shake them out. Push yourself off the wall, and we're going to take one hand, set it on the wall, face your hand backwards. This is really good for your arm mobility, your wrist mobility, all the way up to your shoulder. So if it hurts your shoulder, have your arm a little lower. But like I've said before, my camera's going straight and I'm at an angle. So it looks like my arm's behind me. It's not. My arm is actually straight up to the side. So palm is on, fingers facing back. You're going to stand up just tall enough that you feel the stretch here, and then we're going to rotate the torso away from the wall. So you're turning it away from the wall that way. Feeling that stretch. Now don't make it a neck stretch, so you keep your nose lined up with your chest bone. And you're just holding it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rotate back to center. Let's switch arms. Other arm will come out, set it on the wall. Once again, if there's pinching, bring your arm down a little bit. Have it about shoulder height. If not, palm face, or the toes, those are fingers, are facing back. And then we're going to rotate the torso away. And rotate, hold it right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release your arm. Let's come back to the center of the room, and we are going to pick up the dumbbells now. So have your dumbbells, and we're going to face the seat. So face the seat kind of right in front of it, and then we're going to step forward with the closest foot to the seat. So you're in this little bit of a stagger stance, or you can take it into a lunge. If you go down into a lunge, you can support yourself with the chair if you need to, if you're in the staggered stance. Probably don't need the chair as much, but it's still handy right there. So we're going to be right here with our lunge, and then we're going to draw this up. So we're going to add to this, we're going to do it 3 times, just a basic row. 2, get that feeling of the elbow going back. Let's do it one more time. Okay, so now I want everyone to roll their foot down to the earth, set their heel to the ground. So you're in this, what would be like a warrior pose. And then we have the weight here. So what we want to do is we want to roll the weight right up to the shoulder. All right, so if this for you is all you want to do and you don't want to do the shoulder press, you're going to stop right here. And then we're just going to add a leg raise. For some of you, you can do the shoulder press at the same time. So let's come back down, roll that weight back, and let's row it back down and row it up. Add that little rotation so the weight comes right up to the shoulder. You can add the leg and the shoulder both, or just one or the other. And roll it back forward, lower it down. So let's press that elbow back, roll it, press it. You get to choose how much of this you're doing. Let's bring it back down and back up. And rotate it open, press it up. And rotate it forward and bring it down. Press it up, rotate it, and press it up. Good job. All right, we got 4 more. Let's row it up, let's rotate it, and press it. Bring it down, rotate it. We got 3 more. Row it up, rotate it, press it, rotate it, and now 2 more. Row it up, rotate, press. Good. Rotate and row it up. Make that a good row. Make this a good rotation. Add the press if you like. Leg extends. Good. One more time. Let's row it up. And now press it up. Bring it down. Rotate forward. And lower that weight down. Good. Let's go ahead. Step forward with your foot. Come on up. And switch sides. So we're going to step forward. If you're in a staggered stance, it would be here. If you're in the lunge, you take your foot back just a little bit further. Right, so let's start here. We're going to row up, do 3 of these, nice and controlled. That motion 2, 1 more. There's 3. All right. Now I want everybody to take their foot down. So heel down, rotate your toe forward just a little bit. Then we're going to row this up. Weight comes to the shoulder. And then you can press up and extend through that front leg. Rotate, bring it back down. Row it, rotate, press. Nice job. Bring it down. Rotate, lower it down, row it up, rotate it, press it, bring it down, rotate it, lower it down. All right, let's do this 4 more times. Row it, press it, bring it in, rotate it. 3 more times, row it up, rotate it, press it, and rotate it. We just got 2 more. Press that elbow, pull it up, and press it up. Good. And rotate it. And 2 more. Row it up, rotate it, press it. All right, we're almost there. We got 1 more. Row it, rotate it, press it. Bring it down and rotate and lower. Let's bring those feet together. Good, and then stand up nice and tall. All right, both weights now. So 1 in each hand, feet hip width distance apart, elbows bent 90 degrees. Turn your palms up to the sky. So I want everybody with your hands facing up to the sky to consciously pull your shoulders down and back, pinning your elbows in alongside your ribs. Getting up nice and tall, and then you're going to open this out to the side, squeezing those elbows in by your ribs, and then rotate it up back to the front. Okay, so let's rotate it out to the side, bring it back into the front, back out to the side, squeezing those elbows in, and back to the front. 3 more. Out to the side, out to the front. 2 more. Out to the side, to the front. 1 more, out to the side, down to the front. Good, and go ahead and lower them down, rotate the palms in, do a big shoulder roll, and let your arms sink with those weights be heavy, just kind of drawing the shoulders down away from your ears. Good, all right, let's bend those elbows again. This time you're gonna keep the palms facing. My hands must be sweaty, hold on. My weights are slipping. All right, so the hands are gonna stay facing each other. Elbows are pinned in alongside your ribs. Nice and tall through the spine, shoulders down and back. Now raise up your arms, keep them in a 90-degree bend, shoulder height, and then lower them back down. So you're gonna bring it back up and bring it down. All right, so let's add a little bit of movement to this by taking and stepping out to the right side with a little toe tap. So tap, bring it in, tap, bring it in, tap, and bring it in, tap. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, step out and push off. So you step out, push off, and push. Good. Whew. 4, 3, 2. All right, last one right here. Nice. Back to the center. Arms come down, big shoulder roll. Let them sink. Palms facing forward. I want everybody to just really let your arms relax and look up, taking a nice big deep breath. Now as you exhale, see if you can get your shoulders back just a little bit further and let them sink a little deeper. Great job. All right. Now nice and tall, head comes back to neutral and palms still facing forward. We're going to bring it up into a bicep curl. So we're just going to curl up and then lower it down. To make sure I have enough room. Curl up, because we are going to do our little step backs with this if you choose. So with this next one, tap back with your right foot. So it's tap, forward, tap, good. And back, and up, and back. Good. Keep those elbows pinned in. If you want to make it a little more challenging, step back, push off. Step back, push off. Step back, push. Good. 5, elbows stay down and pinned in, shoulders down. 3, 2, okay, one more. And arms down by your side. Stand up nice and tall. Let's do that nice big shoulder roll. And let those weights just pull the arms down gently towards the earth. And let's take in a nice big deep breath, look up. And as you exhale, bring your shoulders down and back just a little bit further, get up tall, and exhale. As you release your arms down, let them relax. Right, head returns back to neutral. And one last thing with our dumbbells is going to be our tricep kickback. So bend your elbows 90 degrees. This time pull them back behind you. So you're pressing the elbows back, shoulders down away from the ears. So your thumbs are kind of right about where your hip bones are. And then we're going to press this back, straight back, pinky to the sky, bring it back in. Press it back, pinky in, and back. One more time, and add the tap back if you like. Right foot first, right here. Tap it back and in. Press and in. You want to turn this into your step back push off. Get a little bit more out of it for the legs and the core and the balance. Keeping those elbows lifted up high. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Pressing, pressing. Good. 5, 4, 3, almost there. 2, last one. Nice. All right, bring those weights down by your side. Big shoulder roll. And let them sink. Look up. Inhale. As you exhale, release your arms down just a little bit further. Let them stretch down. And then return your head back to neutral. Set your weights down. We'll take off our shoes and socks. And keep a sock handy. So you're going to have a sock out in front so you can grab it with your toes. And we're going to have our chair nearby so you can use it for stability if you need it. The sock will be just close enough that you can grab it with your toes. So standing up on both feet to begin with, we're going to begin by lifting. This will be the leg we're lifting. This will be your leg that you're using to stabilize your hip. So we're going to start out by taking in the big deep breath, getting lots of oxygen, looking up, inhaling as you look up. Now exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. All right, so from here, I want you to anchor down into the earth with your feet so you can feel the arches of your feet lifting. You can feel the kneecaps lifting, the crown of the heads are reaching for the sky. Feel your navel drawing in towards your spine. You're kind of knitting those ribs together. So you're like compressing the ribs in. All right, now from there, lift up the outside knee would be most likely, if it's your right knee, lift it up. You're kind of on the toe of that foot. Stabilize through that standing leg hip. And then bring your foot all the way up off the floor. See if you can hold it up here. Good. And now reach your leg out. If you put your sock in a good spot, see if you can grab it and pick it up and then bring it back up. All right, let's hold it right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then those of you that are still with me, if you haven't picked up your sock yet, just bring your leg up. We're going to stand and do some leg extensions. So you extend, curl it back. And if this starts to feel like it's too much on the arch of your foot, let go of your sock. You got 2 more. 1 more. And extend. Set the sock down. Bring your foot back to the earth. I almost made it. All right, so I noticed, and you guys may be aware of this, but I notice within myself when I'm in a posture where I'm trying to stabilize and stay steady on one side, if I'm drawing up through this hip, I'm engaging my core and my glute. That's what stabilizes me. And what I notice I do is I release this and start to let this bend slightly here. That's when I get really out of balance. So that's why it's so important to have these muscles stretched out, this muscle strong, and that will give you the stability you need. Let's do the other foot. All right, so set the sock somewhere right in front where you know you'll be able to grab it. Taking a nice big deep breath, reach up, look up, and now exhale that breath. Bring your hands down to heart center. Stabilizing on the outside leg now. Get up nice and tall, drawing everything up and in towards the center line of the body into the sky. Bring your foot up off the floor, bending through that knee. Good. Now see if you can reach down and pick up your sock. There it is. And then lift it up. All right, this is the part where you've got to press through your hip here. Squeeze your glute here. Keep your hips level. And then we're going to extend that leg out. And bend. Oh, lost my sock. Extend out. And then if you lose your sock, that's all right. And bring it in. 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. All right, let your sock go if you haven't already, and set your foot down to the earth. Good. Let's take another big deep breath in. Reaching up, looking up. Add just a little bit of a back bend here if you can. Hands together. And then exhale, bring your hands into heart center. Great job. All right, so one more thing with balance, and that's going to be our clock. So starting, we're going to stabilize on the leg closest to the chair. So we can bring the hands up and breathe in, bring the hands to heart center, and then you're going to lift up through that outside knee. Make sure you're drawing up through this hip. Crown of the head reaches for the sky. Lift that leg and take it out to front. Now from here, bring your foot out to your 1/4 hour. And then take it behind you to your 1/2 hour. Let's see if you can bring it all the way through center. Bring it back out to 12 o'clock. If not, just keep your toe close to the earth. Take it back out to the 1/4 hour. You can even tap your toe to the earth and bring it back to your 1/2 hour. And back through. Now you can set it down. Good. Release your hands, shake them out, switch sides. All right, let's start from the center. Nice big deep breath. Reach up. Hands come down to heart center. Get your nice tall spine. Everything's drawing in towards the center line of the body. Lift up through that outside leg. Draw up through this hip so it's nice and firm. Lifting that foot. Extending out front. Point your toe. And let's take this over to the 1/4 hour. Back to your 1/2 hour. Back through center if you can without touching down. Back out to 12 o'clock. Quarter hour, half hour. Bring it through and set it down. Good. Nice job. All right. Let's take in that deep breath again. Look up, reach up, bring your hands together. Little back bend if you can. And then exhale, hands come back down through center. All right. Let's go ahead and turn towards the chair. So you're going to turn towards the chair, have just enough distance between you and the chair that when you do your hip hinge, you can put your hands on the seat. So we're going to take in the deep breath, reach up, bring your hands down, hip hinge forward. So you're just hip hinging, keeping a nice flat back, hands come down to the seat. Good. All right. Now from here, widen your feet out if they're not already hip width distance apart. And then I want you to push through the palms of your hands, pushing your arm bone up out of your shoulder socket. Not up out, but out. So basically now we're going to sink our arm bones back into our rib cage. Then you're going to use those palms, push everything up and out towards the sky. All right, let's do it one more time. Bring it down. This time when you push up, I want you to push up and now tuck your chin and tuck your tailbone under and add the little curvature to your back like you would in a cat stretch. Good, and let's drop back down through center. This time you're going to come down through neutral, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up. See if you can lift your tailbone even higher. So you're lifting here, trying to get the arch right here in the mid lower back. All right, now let's take it back through neutral, drop your head, tuck your chin, press through the palms, open up through your back, tuck your tailbone under, get that nice curve through the spine. All right, back through neutral. Last time, we're going to go into our cow. Let your belly drop, chest up, eyes up, and arch through the back, tailbone comes up, back to neutral. Nice job. All right, so step forward with your outside foot, the one closest to the backrest of the seat, and then step back with the other foot. So you're going to be in this nice lunge position from here. And then this knee is not going to go past your ankle or your midfoot, but you're going to see if you can get yourself up to a nice tall position here. So you can bend in this knee, and then you're going to look straight ahead and keep that heel pressed to the earth back there. Right, so you may be feeling a stretch in your calf. You may be feeling a stretch here in the front of this leg. So if you're not feeling much, make sure you're trying to press the heel down. And then for those of us who want to go a little deeper, take this knee, drive it towards that chair just a little bit. That's going to really deepen the stretch here in your calf. And then if we draw the shoulders back and do a pelvic tilt right here, so your glute is tightening here, and you're trying to press this hip bone forward, you're also going to increase the stretch in that hip flexor here. So let's hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the hip the way it is and lift the heel and bend your knee and back. Keeping those shoulders over the hips. Hold this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Set your hands back to the seat and draw your foot back in towards the front and switch sides. So now step back with the other foot. See if you can get your heel down to the earth. If not, just try. Just be pushing like you're trying to press that heel down to the earth. And then come on up. Use the back of the chair if you need to for stability. You're going to be in this position here. So now we're feeling the stretch in that calf and the hip flexor on that extended leg behind. Get up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Engage the glute on that extended leg that's behind you. Tighten that glute up. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, see if you can get your knee to reach in towards that seat. Let's hold this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now lift the heel up off the ground, bend that back knee, and then push that hip forward. So it would be that hip is pushing forward, shoulders over the hips here, and hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back forward, hands to the seat, and this time bring your feet together and then back them up just a little bit. So we're going to be back where we started. Good. All right. So from here, press your way back into your heels and then Set your weight so far back that you feel like you might even tip back, but at that point, that's when you want to lift your head and your chest, and then you want to engage through the tummy, so you want to drive that navel into the spine and bring your hands to heart center right at that point. And we're going to hold this, if you would like to with me, add the pulses for 8, 7, draw that navel in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now come all the way up. Nice big deep breath, reach up, look up, hands together, add a little back bend if you like. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. All right, let's go ahead and come to the front of the seat. So walk around to the front. And we're just going to be so close to the seat that you know you're not going to miss it when you go to sit in it. So let's take in a nice big deep breath, reach up. This time leave your arms overhead if you'd like. This makes it a little more challenging, but draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. So the opposite of that would be this. You want to pull those down and back so you get some distance between your arms and your ears or your neck. Right now from here, you're going to hinge forward. Knees haven't bent yet. Now push your weight back over your heels. Knees start to bend. And then we're going to slowly lower ourselves down into the seat. Go nice and slow and really think about controlling it through not just your legs, but through your abdomen and your entire core. So pull in towards the center line of the body and then slowly take yourself down. I'm going to go for 4, 3, 2, and have a seat. Nice. Let's go all the way to the front edge of the seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Take the right foot, set it out front, have your toes go into the sky. Sit up nice and tall. And then we're just going to hinge from the hip, meaning this back stays nice and straight. And hinge forward, pressing the chest forward. Toes go to the sky. And if you'd like to, you could even reach for your toes. Reach for your toes. See if there's a little extra stretching right there. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand back up and then slowly bring yourself all the way back up. Switch legs. Bring the other leg out, toe to the sky. Get the nice tall spine to begin with. And then toes to the sky, hinge forward. Pressing your chest forward. And see if you want to reach for your toes. You can, you don't have to. And let's hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back up nice and slow. Good. All right, let's take one foot, set it on top of the opposite leg. So we're all going to start out by making sure we get the spine straight. So pull the knee in, have your foot flexed, make sure your other leg is lined up with the hip, and the knee is lined up with the ankle. So in other words, you don't want your leg over here like that. You want it all square and straight with this hip. All right, so once you have your leg here, straighten up your spine. And if that means your leg comes up, then let your leg come up. All right, so that's the first position, is you got to make sure that's a nice straight spine. Then you can release your leg and see if you can get your leg to come down a little bit. But don't let your spine curve. So if you start finding yourself doing this when you do it, or even just a slight bit, readjust with that straight spine, and then add the little pressure. Okay, now those of you that have the pressure and you have a straight spine and you want to add a little more to this, then you're going to hinge forward from the hips, keeping a nice straight back. And let's press it forward and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5. That feels good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it up slow. Nice. All right, switch sides. Same thing applies. Get that foot up first, knee in, flex the foot, straighten out the spine. That right there, you get the stretch going already just by getting the straight spine. Then make sure your knee and ankle are lined up with the hip, and then keep that straight spine. Add a little bit of pressure if you would like. And sitting up tall. Now hinge forward. Hinging, keeping the chest pressing forward. Not allowing your back to curve, but to keep it nice and straight. And holding it down here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's bring it back up. Nice. All right, set that foot down. And then we're going to do a little spinal twist. So make sure you're comfortably seated on your seat, but not very far back. Far enough forward that you have mobility, but that you're not going to fall off of it. So you're sitting on the front edge of the seat, feet are hip width distance apart, toes and knees straight ahead. Get that straight spine. We're going to get the straight spine, and then you're going to take both arms up, reach up overhead. Inhale as you go up. Good. Now as you exhale, take your right arm over to the left leg and the left arm behind you. Place your hand on the outside of that left leg. Put a little pressure into the leg. Press the leg into the hand into the leg at the same time. So resisting opposite positions. And then if you can grab the back of your chair, straighten out your spine really tall, crown of the head to the sky, pull your navel in, and then see if you can add a little bit of a twist, keeping your nose lined up with your sternum. So it's a torso twist, not a neck stretch. Let's hold this for 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back through center. Good, let's do the other side. Nice big deep breath, reach up. And exhale. Opposite hand comes down to the other side, pressing into that thigh, pressing the hand into the thigh into the hand. Get that straight spine. See if you can reach the back of your chair. And then we're going to add a little bit of a spinal twist here. Remember, keeping the spine tall, navel's pulling in towards the spine, crown of the head to reach it to the sky. That's the most important part. Then you add the twist. And hold it here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Gently come back to center. Nice job. All right. So one last stretch. Go all the way to the back edge of the seat. And from back here, you're going to let yourself rest into the back rest. And take both arms out to the side, reaching them out. Expand your fingers so your fingers are nice and wide, like you're really trying to get space between your fingers. And then really reach those arms up to the side as wide as you can. Almost seeing if you can pull your arm bone slightly out of your shoulder socket just a little bit. All right, now continue to reach up and bend your elbows. Hands will come right behind your head. All right, so see if you can clasp them together comfortably right behind your head. And then first of all, just let your head be heavy. Head's going to be heavy right into those hands. That's going to start to gently let you kind of draw towards the floor as your eyes come up to the sky. And then let those elbows draw open just a little bit further. And relax into this. Couple nice big deep breaths. Really think about letting those elbows draw open. Letting your weight just really rest into the seat. And hold it. And when you're ready, you're just going to draw your elbows back in towards the front, gently lifting the head. And then we're going to bring the elbows in, bring them down towards your knees, and just gently curl down toward your knees. Adding a little chin tuck so you can feel a little stretch in your neck. And then release, slowly coming back up, one vertebrae at a time, arms down by your side. All right, that is it for today, you guys. Thank you, and I shall see you all on Friday. So hope you all have a good week.